Hello, everyone. Uh, it's nice to see you all. And today we have with us our guest for Coffee and Conversation with Kabiraa The Preschool. We have with us Miss Sabrina Merchant. She is the founder of Little Yogis and is also a part of Kabiraa The Preschool's advisory board. There's a long list of accomplishments related to Miss Sabrina. She is a chartered accountant by profession. She had a successful career, but then she put a stop because her passion was yoga, and she wanted to start yoga to transform children's lives. A little more about her qualifications related to yoga. She has completed 200 hours of study at Yoga Institute. She has passed the government Ayush exam. She's a registered yoga trainer at the International Yoga Alliance, and she has 18 months on-ground experience in training children who are 3+. A warm welcome to you, Ms. Sabrina, to our show, Coffee and Conversation. And thank you very much for being a part of our advisory board.
Thank you, Sapna. Thank you.
I think you can start off, and then probably I'll get into the questions, a little. Yeah.
I know. Firstly, thank you, Sapna, and thank you, Kabiraa Preschool, for having me here. It's an honor to be a part of your school and to have this conversation with you, Sapna.
Thank you.
Thank you for the lovely introduction, and so looking forward to doing.
Same here.
We also look Kabiraa as well.
Same here. So let me start off with the first question. Why do you think kids need yoga? Is it required? Like, is generally the philosophy?
I think. Sure. Sorry, you said something.
No, that's okay. Why do you think kids need yoga?
Okay, so let me also tell you the reason I started yoga for kids was because I have a daughter who's 7 now, and that time she was around 5.5, and that's when I felt the need that yoga is needed for her. So it's actually started because of my own daughter, wherein I felt that because of the sedentary lifestyle that we are leading and the way they quite most of the time in the house, on the couches, not sitting on the ground, I felt she needed that connectivity with yoga. Now, personally, I've been doing yoga for 11, 12 years now. I always knew I would introduce yoga to my daughter at one point of time, but I never expected to do it at such an early and tender age of 5, And the reason I felt that was needed, like I said. So I think in today's world, it is very difficult to be a kid, to have that childhood that probably I and you had a couple of decades ago.
Exactly.
The exposure that we're giving kids to, which is great. We want kids to be good at so many things. We want them to be multilingualistic. We want them to know coding. We want them to be good at music, singing. There's so many avenues we are opening up to kids. But while we are doing this, I think there's one very important thing that we are losing out is letting them have that connection with themselves.
Exactly.
And the reason why they are losing that connection is because they have suddenly been given so many other options that today for a child to stay entertained for 30 minutes even with one thing is very difficult because they're so used to having so many modes of entertainment. And that's when I felt that with my daughter as well, that no matter what toy I'm getting from her, the best of the toys, it's maximum the contentment and the happiness is very short-lived. Everything is very instant for them.
Yeah.
They know at the click of a button. Now that's when yoga comes in. Yoga helps them basically connect with themselves. Now, why we do yoga, it is very clear that this is not a competition. You are not going to get any kind of a certification. You are not here to prove yourselves to anyone. It is all about telling them that it's okay to be you. That's what yoga does. That's the whole basis of yoga. The roots of yoga is acceptance of yourself and then working on yourself the things you want to change. So that's why I feel yoga is the need of the hour for everybody. So whatever benefits an adult derives from yoga, the same benefits is what a child is also going to derive.
At what age do you think yoga can be introduced to kids? Because there are a lot of questions in the minds of the parents. The first question you have addressed, like why do you think yoga is necessary for kids? What age is the appropriate age according to you? Because you have done your work on this. You've been in this field for a long time now.
Right.
So what is the right age?
Right. So again, there are two schools of thought here. There is a school of thought which says that yoga doesn't need to be done from such an early age. Many people feel, oh, why does a 3-year-old or a 4-year-old really need yoga and stuff like that? But like I've always said, it's the current world that we are in, right? So today, if you ask me what age, I think we as humans are born natural yogis. So in fact, if you see yoga as the core, there are lots of poses which you will see children at the age of 1 and 2 already doing it. In fact, we humans, as we
Yes.
grow, we are losing that connect. Because we are losing that connect, we are losing the basis of our being. You know, and that's why when a pranayam comes in, a pranayam is, if you see a child sleeping, a child is naturally doing that pranayam of, you know, breathing in, stomach coming up, and breathing out, stomach going in. So there's nothing new. But because we are losing that connect is when we have to make sure we have to make an attempt to do it. So when you ask me what age do you start, I think right from the beginning, if a child sees a parent doing it, like when we do a mother toddler session, we are doing yoga where kids are 18 months of age. Now, at that point of time, we wonder that what is this child going to understand? Is the child really being able to comprehend what we're trying to teach? But that is then proved that in the very next 6 months, when the child comes to the next level in school, when the child is independent, the child already knows these poses. So we tell them of the down dog, they know the basic namaste. So it's never too early to start yoga. I feel you're already there. It is just about holding on to their practice and then following it as a lifestyle.
Okay.
So even at the 10,
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Continue. No problem.
No. So even at I was just going to end it with even at an age of maybe 2 and 3, it's good to start with. I am not saying the child is going to be perfect. He's going to do exactly or she's going to do exactly what you want in yoga in terms of the form. But it's always good to show them that if you're doing it, a child will follow at the age of even 2 and 3.
Okay. But yoga has got certain terminologies, you know, like chakras, mudras, asanas, postures. How easy or difficult it is for you to explain to the child, and how do you do it?
So there are certain rules that comes when we teach yoga to children. So while we are exposing them, we are showing them what yoga is all about. At the same time, there's certain rules which we follow, which we do not ask kids to do. So for example, I will never tell a child, you know, you're supposed to breathe in and lift your hands up, or you're supposed to breathe out and then fold forward.
Yeah.
Why? Because you know, they are at the tender age when the body is getting molded. Like I said, the natural rhythm of their breath is great. We do not need to alter that. So the instructions when I give children is not that, listen, your hand has to be straight or your knees cannot bend, nothing like that. It's about telling them that this is possible and you're going to try doing it. So one, we make sure that we're not making it like a rule, you have to do it. It's all about telling them that if you can't touch your toes, it's okay. It will come with practice. So that is also very important for them to understand that today I tell them, today I am able to do this is because I've been practicing so many years. It's more than the age that you are at. So today I can do it. But for you, it is about practice. Coming to your question in terms of chakras and mudras, like I said, till the age of 10 and 11, we keep it very simple. It's all about understanding. Yes, there are ways of, you know, understanding your body. Body awareness comes in. That when I'm upset or when I'm angry, how is my breath? When I'm relaxed, when I have nothing on my mind, how do I feel? So it is more about awareness at this age. And these chakras and all, you know, the effect comes in as we grow, as we age. So when at an age when they already start understanding your body, we do not introduce chakras right now. We do not talk about mudras. We try and make it fun and entertaining because yoga is a little boring if you think from a point of a child. In fact, many adults also find it boring. They're like, how do you do that? How do you sit in one place and breathe? What is breathe in, breathe out? So that is where we try and make sure we make it entertaining for a child. So I will do maybe a Bhujangasana, not saying it's Bhujangasana, but I will get a story into it. I get them fun facts. Yoga coming from nature, there's lots of animals involved. So, and children are very well connected to nature. I mean, they are so observing. You might not see the change in color of the leaves, but they do.
They do, right.
Yeah, and they can connect with it instantly. So that's how we make it very entertaining for them. Or we make sure that we're not giving them too many instructions. There are not many to-dos. It's all about enjoying the feel. Enjoying the moment out there. So
I somewhere feel that children at that age are willing to explore and to learn new things, you know, unlike the adult's mind that is programmed in a certain way, you know. The young ones are really ready to learn certain things.
Yeah. I mean that's an age when that's the right age to mold them. Like I said, you know, they're open, they are raw. It is, and we are not teaching them anything, but we are telling them you have to do it. These are rules you have to follow. It's for them to feel. So I tell you a very simple example. When a child comes to my class and is not able to sit in the lotus pose or the padmasana, which is fair. So many of them feel very upset because everybody in class can do it. Why can't I do it? And they really struggle at it. And then I tell them, I say, go easy. Go easy. It's your body. In fact, one of the rules of my class is, before you even listen to me as a teacher, you're going to listen to your body. Because your body gives you signs. So I tell them, I said, if your head is spinning, I am not going to know your head is spinning. Nobody is going to know. Why? Because your body talks to you. So in fact, I also tell them that in any pose, I am going to give you a calm, but if you feel that, no, this is too much, I'm very uncomfortable in this pose, listen to your body. Listen to that sound in your mind. It's very important, that connection you have with yourself, because you have to know yourself. You do not need that, which most of us, that's something that we want is for everybody else to accept as well. It's very important. Beautiful success. So, these are small ways in which we try and bring it in. Yes, it's a very complex theory, but very small, simple things. And when the child is practicing and then does the Padmasana, the child realizes that it's about practice. It's about persistence. It's about doing it every day.
So I think you have curated your program really well. I've seen a few workshops of yours. So I understand, like you've curated in a way the child would understand it. And it's a proper blend of stories, the postures, and you take them into imagination, probably a little bit of drama also that comes in there. Yeah. So I think that's one reason, the children would definitely want to be a part of the program, the Little Yogis program. So one question.
Sure.
We've spoken about sound now as we were conversing. So you have certain chants that are restricted to religion, or it is something that all religions can be a part of?
So there is a very big question. Many people feel that yoga is a religion because we have words like Om that is chanted, or it is more of Sanskrit. There's a lot of clashes there where a non-Hindu would feel that it has roots into Hinduism and stuff. But I personally, I'm not a Hindu. In fact, I don't belong. I'm someone who just belongs to. I belong to yoga not as a religion, but in terms of spirituality, because I feel yoga just helps your faith grow stronger, irrespective of whatever your faith is. It's basically making sure your faith grows stronger without taking you into any kind of religion or so-called. I have to know if I'm getting this right, but this Om chanting, especially, that people have reservations for.
Correct.
Because the word there is Om. Now, if you read about the word Om, it is nothing. It is believed it's the sound of the universe. And it is said that when you chant Om, there's certain chakras, certain chords, which are which kind of get
activated.
Activated. Get activated when you're chanting Om. But when it comes to kids, again, for a child to understand Om doesn't work. Especially the ones who are not Hindus, for them, which is Om, they don't understand Om. Like for a Hindu child, maybe they've seen mama or daddy or grandparents chant it or use the Om. So that's where we bring a little innovation there, wherein we tell a child that it is not about Om, it is about, let's talk what sound does the bee make. So we talk about a bumblebee breath. Now what is a bee sound? It goes buzz. So when you're instead of doing Om, we go buzz. So for a child, it's much of fun. Yes, maybe the effects are not the same, but like I said, they're kids. It's more about understanding.
I think that sound also activates certain things in your body.
That sense of happiness. Correct. And that's something they can relate to. So instead of just giving them a word that you have to chant this word, it is also telling them that let's become a bee. And then I always tell them that when there's so much things happening in your head, just buzz it out. Just let it go. So how will you buzz it out? So let's go buzzing together. So we do the same thing. The Brahmari is done. Only the words or the sound that is used is different.
Yeah, I think buzzing out is really necessary, not only for the kids, for the adults as well, because we are in a very tough phase today. I think in the midst of this pandemic, and that has really affected our lives. As adults, we can express our emotions, but then it becomes very difficult for the kids to express their emotions. Do you think yoga can provide an outlet? Can yoga actually, calm down a child? That's the first thing that every mother or every parent looks forward to, to calm down a child. So is there something that happens with that, with yoga?
I think it does. In fact, there are lots of breaths that we do in class. So coming to the pandemic and the lockdown that we're talking about, like you very, very rightly said, is kids do not know how to express themselves. So we as parents, we as adults know that okay, we have restrictions for these reasons. But for them, it's so unfair. Suddenly telling them you can't go down, you can't meet friends, you can't go to school. I mean, ask any adult, the best days of your life are your school life. Is your school life, right? I mean, that's the days you want to go back to. Ask anybody if you can't wish to run back in time, you'll say, I want to go back to school. And we're not letting them do that today. I mean, can you imagine how difficult it must be for them to not meet friends, not see them? We are social beings. We need to be around people. And that is why parents are also seeing a lot of change in the way kids are behaving. Yes, there are meltdowns, there are tantrums, they are bored. Parents are equally bored. We are all under a situation which is not the so-called perfect situation to be in, the ideal situation to be in. So when we talk about these tantrums and meltdowns, I think a couple of things which will really help, parents kind of work around these things. One, a couple of breaths. So this bumblebee breath that we just spoke about, when we go buzzing out, when there's too many things happening, just let go everything, just sit where you are, and you can just buzz it out. And when you do that, your child will also do that. It just calms you down. It is all that buzzing in your head, that one sound just means everything at the stagnant kind of thing. The second thing which I feel is very important is, again, something that yoga only says and preaches is to have a good routine. To have a nice routine in place wherein you're sleeping at a decent time and getting up at a decent time.
Okay, a routine is important according to you, though it is locked
yes,
down.
Because, yeah, it is locked down, but you need to have a routine because that's how your system is made. You can't just sleep at 2 o'clock and get up at 12 o'clock and say, you don't need to do anything. That's
correct,
when the system changes.
No, you're right, you're right.
So, I mean, whatever time suits you all, everybody has their own ways of their household stuff. But it is something that you need to have a routine that you must sleep at this time, you will get up at this time and have something chalked out for your child as well. Yes, the women of the house are very busy, mothers are very busy doing a lot of things. But it's always good to have a routine for yourself so you are not worked out. At the same time, your child also knows that every day, for kids, a routine works. It's all about
yeah, they love it. They love it. In fact, they love it.
We get bored. Yeah, we get bored. But for them, it is all about doing it over and over again. They are not bored at all. So that routine helps them, and then you see a change in the meltdowns and the tantrums as well. And bedtime gets, that's one thing, again, the last point that I want to talk about is bedtime. Many people have this issue that the child is not tired today, so the child is not sleeping.
Yes, no, it's either lockdown or no lockdown. I think this is a struggle with most of the parents that they come back to me and say the child doesn't sleep till 12 o'clock.
That's so routine, very important. No routine, like I know one thing, that's something I followed with my daughter. Whatever we're doing today, 9 o'clock, come on me, you have to be in bed, take half an hour to read. Now that she reads on her own, she's given half an hour to read, and then she said that no lights have to go off, so that routine has to be maintained. Second, a very nice breath that I use, and it has helped a lot of other kids also, is what we call as the buddy breathing.
Oh, that's nice. I think that tip is required for parents during this phase.
Right. So, in fact, this is a breath wherein it's pranayam 4, wherein we talk about our stomach, when you breathe in, stomach coming up, and you breathe out, the stomach should dip in. We do the same thing, but we do it with a toy. So, we tell the parent to take a toy to bed and the child also to take a toy to bed.
Okay.
So, tucked into your beds, nice and cozy. You take the toy and you keep the toy in your stomach. And the child is told that every time you breathe in, you're taking your toy for a ride. So every time you breathe in, your stomach has to come up. And every time you breathe out, your stomach has to go. So when your whole mind is focused on doing that, automatically there is calm, you come back into your moment, okay, it's down, you go to sleep. And this is something parents can also do. So it really helps both the parent and the child, which is coming, calms the situation, all the thoughts, because we also know at bedtime the child will remember to ask you all the questions of the day. The child will remember to love you, to hug you, to kiss you, to do everything at the time of the bed.
I think a full 15 minutes goes into that. 15 minutes goes into
that. And I'm a parent and I know exactly how it is. Like at bedtime I want it to get done like this, but it is the most stretched out time of the day is the bedtime. So this is really helped, and it just becomes a routine. So then, in fact, many times Ikra will tell me, my daughter will tell me that I don't think I can sleep. I'm going to do belly breathing. So in the middle, she tell me, I don't have a toy. Mama, can you keep your hand on my stomach?
Okay.
So she makes me
So you needn't have a toy. You needn't have a toy. You can
gradually the older ones, keep your hand. And that's how it's done in yoga. You're asked to keep your hand on your belly.
And what about us adults? What about us adults?
So that's the same thing that you can do, right? It's the same thing. Just use your hand, keep it there, breathe in, breathe out, and everybody's in the same zone. So is another very good way to calm the mind and get in the snooze zone.
Ah, okay. Yeah, and I have one question that came from one of my parents. In fact, like one of the parents of Kabiraa The Preschool, they've asked me, is yoga safe for kids?
Absolutely, yes, yes. Like I said, there are rules that we follow, so not too much of instructions of body being of the form is not important for a child. You don't have to do it in a particular way. Breath work, we do not alter the breath of the child till the age of 10 to 11 because the rhythm, the natural rhythm is something that we let it be. So these are very two important rules that we follow. And otherwise, it's just about understanding your body. So we are not making them do like a headstand and a handstand or any complex pose at this age. So that's something that I truly believe that these poses will come in. You know, poses is one part of yoga, one form of physical aspect which will come only with practice.
Yeah.
So you practice, it will come. But yoga is more about the feeling and less about the form. Today we all feel yoga is only about having that clean body, being able to do all those lot of funky poses. If you see the way you see the internet is loaded with these poses. But for me, yoga is more about the feeling and less about the form. Form will come, form comes with practice.
And I think indirectly it helps the child to improve concentration. Maybe more focus is also that comes.
Absolutely, like I said, whatever benefits an adult gets from yoga, the focus, the concentration, being in the moment, without dwelling onto the past or looking into the future, it's all about in the moment. The same benefits are derived by a child. So there is no two ways to that. Like I said, today whatever an adult is doing, a mother is doing Zumba, a child has a Zumba class. So there is nothing like there are very few things we have limited. There is a line that comes in where it says this is only for adults. Very limited things. So when they are going through the same stress and the same exposure, yoga is going to give them the same benefits.
That's nice. So it's really nice having you, Sabrina, on our show, Coffee and Conversation with Kabiraa The Preschool. So we are looking forward to start our workshop, Yography, which we will be starting on the 27th of July. It's a 5-day free workshop that Kabiraa is getting for all the parents. Every day it's from 11:30 to 12, and it's a half-hour session. So please join us, dear parents, and get the maximum benefits for your child. So thank you so much, Sabrina. Nice having you on the show.
Thank you, Sapna. It was lovely talking to you. Looking forward to the camp that we are doing in. I will see you all soon.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thanks a lot. Thank you so much. Thanks. Bye-bye. Bye.